Everyone, this is Kanitha Amour-Porter. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Diaries of Entrepreneur Mommy. And today we have an amazing Entrepreneur Mommy here. I love her to pieces, and I'll tell you a couple of reasons why I love her. And don't forget to tune in to subscribe to Kanitha Amour-Porter on YouTube so you can actually know when every video is going to happen, right? So let's get started. So this is Erica Helswick. I actually met her through an event and loved her ever since. And the more that I get to know her, she's all like, that's right. The more that I get to know her, the more I love about her. So we're going to go ahead and get started. So Erica, tell us a little bit about yourself. And I want you, one of the things I love is that she didn't start off in what she's doing now. Right?
I did not.
And I want her to give like a quick story about that, because you don't always have to go into the path that you think that you should go into. Sometimes you got to stop and just follow your heart. And when she started doing that, she's just kind of just blossomed into this amazing entrepreneur. So, or entrepreneur mommy, I should say. Okay. All right, go ahead.
So I originally went to college. I went to Oakland University.
Woo-hoo. That's where I want my son to go.
Okay. It's a really good college.
Okay.
I went to previous colleges in California as well, but I went there for elementary education. Mm-hmm. So I do have a bachelor's degree in elementary education, K through 8. And at the time when I graduated, that field was very saturated. There was a lot going on in the teaching world. It was very hard to get in.
Okay.
So I wasn't able to get a full-time position, a permanent position in any of the schools around here. It was, you were competing with thousands and thousands of other teachers trying to get in anywhere you could.
Okay.
So I had my son in 2013, February.
So
and I had been working in the schools. I've been doing a lot of long-term subbing, months at a time and everything. And I was in a lot of the school districts in the area. But as most people know, subbing does not pay well. So as teaching does not. But after I had my son, I had to weigh my options. I had to think, okay, am I going to pay somebody to watch my son while I continue trying to get a job in the education field? It would have zeroed out. I would have been paying somebody the same amount, if not more, to take care of my child and continue doing long-term sub-jobs. So I had to make the decision either to be a stay-at-home mom or what is my next step. So,
and that's huge. We all are faced with certain decisions like that.
It was a big crossroads.
Yeah, but one of the beautiful things is that you didn't hold on an idea for so long to the point where it just kind of like bankrupt you, right?
Yeah, I had to make... I had a few months. I was staying home with my son. My plan was to stay home over the summer because he's a February baby. And trying to get in. I did continue over the summer to go on interviews and try to get jobs. And there was just, like I said, you're competing with thousands of other people, no matter what district you went into. So, you know, I held off on that. And then my husband, who's an entrepreneur, he owns his own business doing IT. He suggested that I look into starting my own business.
That's awesome.
Think about, you know, what are your passions? What else do you love to do? And I tried small things here and there. I did some outdoor events like the Imlay Blueberry Festival. I actually started off doing smoothies.
Really?
Yes, and creating smoothies. So I was doing that at some festivals, and then I started getting more into the baking because I love baking, and it just took off from there.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So when he said, okay, Erica, think about doing something like entrepreneur, were you like, because that wasn't a part of your plan and it's so different from what your plan was? Or were you just like, oh, I didn't think about that, let me run with it?
Yes.
Why did I know that before I asked that? That's the type of person she is.
Well, originally too, when it took me 10 years to get through college because I lived on my own. I went part-time. And when I moved back to Michigan, I had to kind of start all over. But prior to going into education, I was going into business.
Oh, good.
So the first year or two that I was in college, I was actually going to major in business.
Oh, good.
And then I switched it to elementary education.
Okay.
So it was always in the back of my mind that I would be a business owner.
Good.
I just originally went with my passion of teaching.
Okay, that's awesome. Yeah, so I love that. And this is like one of the second stories from our Entrepreneur Mommy diaries, is that they started in one field and then they were like, okay, I have to do a total 360. Or no, 180 degrees.
Yeah, 360 would be right back to where we started. Although we do feel like that sometimes, don't
right?
we?
Oh my goodness. And see, you can be an entrepreneur and sometimes have those moments. Okay, so now when you decided to start baking, what did you say? Like, is there a specific thing that you wanted to bake? Well, let me tell you, I'm hooked on almost everything that she bakes. It does not help this waistline right here. You see, you may see a couple rows. This is her fault.
It makes life good though, doesn't it?
It does. Everyone needs something to comfort them, and your sweets are such comfort food.
Thank you.
Yeah. Oh, what did they make me? We said that term. I'm a baked food.
Baked good snob.
Yes, I'm a baked good snob. I can't even go to the store anymore and just buy it because I'm like, oh, this is not like Erica's. So, what did you want to start off with when you first started baking? Did you
when I first started off, I started off doing cookies and brownies, and my cookies are deep dish cookies. They're just.
Oh, do we have a picture? Yes, one of those. Is that the peanut butter?
These are the peanut butter ones, which are my most popular.
Those are so, see, like, let's zoom this in so you can see it. But isn't that beautiful? Yeah.
So I started off doing the deep dish cookies. They're a little bit thicker. They have room in the center where you can add fillings. So I kind of was looking for a niche. Nobody else does it. So I started doing that, and it was funny because when I first started off, I always said, I'm not going to do cakes.
Okay.
I'm not doing cakes. And then a hot second later, I was doing cakes because people want cakes, and it was very intimidating to me. See, and cakes are very popular now, especially the artistic cakes, so it's very intimidating, but I thought I got to do it.
So how did you get over that intimidation?
I talked to my girlfriend who is a cake artist. I consider her my mentor, even though she laughs at that lady. She's based out of Switzerland, and she's been doing cakes for quite a while now, and she does amazing work. And so
how did you meet her?
I met her when I lived in San Diego.
Oh,
so
nice.
our husbands went to college together. They were friends.
Okay.
And me and my husband started dating a little bit before her and her husband.
Okay.
So that's how we met. And my husband and I left San Diego, and her husband went to Switzerland, where her husband is from.
Nice.
And she opened up her own business. She's doing very well over there. So I talked to her a lot. She gave me a lot of resources.
Okay.
It's amazing what you can find online.
Yes, but before you go into that, I just want to talk about one thing that you said, right? And this is one of the reasons why I did Diaries of an Entrepreneur Mommy, because two friends, right, in the same space, comfortable enough in their own skin, that knows that there's plenty of customers, it's plenty of room out there for both of them to be in the same field. And she wasn't like, oh, well, she's just copying me. Or she wasn't like, oh, well, she was like, yeah, let me help you. And that's one of the things that Entrepreneur Mommy is about. It's about helping the next person. Yes, can you be successful? People say that they're successful on their own, but you never are successful on your own. You just don't want to share your secrets after someone has blessed you with it. And so I love that.
Yes.
That she poured into you. There's no kind of like competition or animosity.
It helps that she's on a different continent, but I mean, still, she. It's nice that we can chat online, and I can bounce ideas off of her, and I've done it with people here here as well. It's
right.
just the collaboration is important, and it's extremely helpful.
Yeah. And you have to be very confident in yourself to be able to do that.
Mm-hmm.
So one of the things I love about her is because she's like, I'm Erica first,
Yes,
I'm wife second, mother third, and that's huge. And she has a group, this is how I met her, it's called Girl Bosses. Mm-hmm. But you get that from her, and that's what we all want to do. We don't want to fall in the identities of our spouse or our children. Mm-hmm. I don't want to just be Josh and Alex and Kenzie and JoJo. I might as well name all the kids. Their mom. I want to be Kenitha first, and then I want to be the other things, because I can't fulfill my purpose. And she, when she tells me, and she's the way she is, she just really inspires me to figure out, like, who is Kenitha? What is she doing? And even though I know, but sometimes I question it because I've been so used to being, you know, their mom, his wife, you know, and sometimes I have to reel myself back in, and she does it very well. She'll be like, get it together. So tell us about
a struggle.
It is,
it's
but
a struggle.
You do it with ease, and I love
you.
that. So tell us about Girl Boss and why you decided that you wanted to start something.
So Girl Boss is a networking / support group for women entrepreneurs, and how it started was back in 2016. Mm-hmm. I thought, okay, I need to do more networking. I want my business to grow, but naturally, I'm an introvert. I'm a very shy person. I know it doesn't come off
Do you
that
see the look on
way.
his face?
I know it doesn't come off that way, but I can get...
Once they get to know you.
Yes, then I'm very
okay.
social once they get to know people and I get comfortable.
Tell me about why it is you wanted to start Girl Boss.
So Girl Boss, I thought I have to network. I need to get out. I did look at some networking groups, but they just seemed kind of stuffy to me. They wanted referrals. They had so many requirements. Mm-hmm. My only experience with networking was attending events with my husband when he was part of a networking group. Okay. And I just was very uncomfortable. I didn't really meet anybody that I thought I could really connect with and all of that. So I looked on the Meetup website, which, you know, they have a bunch of clubs on there, which is awesome. And I saw one for women entrepreneurs, and I got excited and I joined it right away. Mm-hmm. And then a week later, it disappeared. Oh. It was gone, and it already had a meeting set up, and I was going, I clicked going, and I was so excited, and then it disappeared.
Oh wow!
And I'm like, oh my god, are you kidding me? And I looked more, and I just couldn't find anything, and I thought, you know what? I'm just gonna start my own.
Isn't that awesome?
Which is very unlike me. So I did that. I started it on Meetup, and my first meeting was in September 2016. Mm-hmm. And I had great turnout. I had almost 24 women show up, and they were just really enthusiastic, and I did not realize how many women were out there who were looking for the same thing that I was. They were looking for not only networking, I don't want to be a referral machine. Yeah. They were looking for collaboration. They were looking for support.
Yeah. And build relationships.
Yes, build relationships. So, you know, we're going on 1.5 years now, and it's just expanding very slowly, which is perfect because it's starting to turn into a second job for me. Running the group. Yeah, but I love it because I just see all of these women are connecting and they're excited about it, and just knowing that they have a support system, that I have a support system. Right. You know, I'm probably the youngest person in the group, but
I think so.
Yeah. There are so many different fields that are in the group. There's so many different experiences that these women have had. So. And personalities. And we've become, as you know, a very nice, tight group of women who are just really ambitious and full of dreams and full of support for one another.
Yes. One of the things I can say about her group is, you know, a lot of times people say, oh, I can't, and I hate this. And I actually used to say this when I was younger. I can't be friends with girls because they're so petty and da-da-da-da. And what I had to find out is that you attract what you are.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Absolutely.
And so when I was saying, oh, I can't be friends because they're this and they're this and they're that, and they like to compete and da-da-da, like low-key, I was doing that, but didn't know it.
I think a lot of women go through that as well.
But you need support from women. And one of the things I love is that whatever your group is going to reflect the leader. And it's the most non-drama. I mean, once in a blue moon, something will happen, but that's normal.
And people in general.
Yeah, right? Hello.
Yeah.
But for the most part, everyone gets along. Everyone's trying to support each other. And I love that. And that's a lot to say about you and your character because you're the one. And she's the baby that started it, right? So if you want to do something and you can't find it, that means that maybe it's not meant for you to join something. It's maybe meant for you to start something.
Absolutely. It's an opportunity.
It sure is.
And, you know, the major thing I tell the girl bosses, step out of your comfort zone.
And this is a comfort zone thing for her.
Yes, it is. It is because introvert.
Right.
I'm in Erica world a lot of the time. But as soon as I stepped out of my comfort zone with starting a business, with starting a networking and support group, really amazing things started to happen. Right. You know, you just have to put yourself out there and know that if you don't try, that absolutely nothing is going to happen. Definitely. And it's okay to fail.
I mean, actually, a lot of the failing in my life was lessons that I will never repeat. Yes. But it taught me so much and it helped me to grow. It helped me to be who I am today. So
it makes you stronger.
It does, right? And people, when you get to the point or the plateau where they see you, like Erica, I don't know if you want me to say this or not, but she's getting ready to build her beautiful bakery, and I'm excited about that. And you'll hear about that too. We'll talk about that. But when they see her bakery, they're not going to say, oh, she failed at this and she was supposed to be a teacher and it didn't work out. They're going to be like, oh my goodness. No one's looking at your failures but you. Right? Right. And they're behind you and everyone has them. And if anyone ever wants to bring it up to you, you'd be like, oh, I'm sorry. Do you have any failures? Because like, everyone has them unless you absolutely do nothing and play it safe all the time and you're not really living out your purpose. So
yeah. And you know, for me, my teaching degree, I had a plan. I had a goal. I'm a very goal-oriented person. When I first started college, my goal was to graduate college before I was 30. Okay. I walked at 29 years old. Wow. 3 months before I turned 30 years old. And just accomplishing that goal and getting my bachelor's degree and having all the experiences I did of, you know, working in different school districts and all that, I'm going to put that into my business as well. All of those experiences. And did teaching work out for me? No, because I made certain life choices. I chose to have kids. You know, if I decided not to have kids, then maybe I would be teaching right now. Maybe I would.
But that wasn't what you were meant to do. No. It was meant for its time in the season. And so, look, and then I wouldn't have this beautiful thing. So this right here is what got me hooked on her. Maybe do it. Let me do it this way so they can see it. Do you see that Michigan brownie? It is amazing. Her brownies are amazing.
Thank you.
We wouldn't have things like that to help get us through the day. But thank you so much for being with us. Make sure you guys tune in, and I'm going to keep you guys updated on the wonderful things she's doing and when she does her grand opening and everything. Yes. And so, yes, she has a lot to. We're probably going to interview you again, and probably and do it like with the girl bosses, a few of them. So that'll be good. So you'll be hearing from her soon. Thanks so much, guys. Talk to you soon. Bye bye.